What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman and Ben Rasa here for Awesemo.com, and we are back with the breakfast menu. So be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when everything goes live. We can't talk about clean plates from Friday because we had NFL futures, so we're going to have to take a little bit of time before we gloat about those picks. But we are coming back with a little bit of baseball. I know I personally am going back to my first 5 inning bets. How are you feeling about baseball today?
You know, it's not my preferred sport, but I do like when you get into a groove with baseball. It's got that cyclical nature because you can bet the same teams every day. You kind of see the ebbs and flows of the season. And I will say this is my favorite time of the year to bet baseball because you've got teams kind of emerging into the playoff hunt, teams that are kind of getting out of it. And I think that there's a discrepancy there it's calculated in the lines, but to me, there's still some value there when you look at some of those matchups.
I know I'm feeling good here. Would you like to start or go second? The floor is yours.
Normally I would say I'm going to defer, but I'm going to try to change things up on this Monday and set the tone here. Okay. I'm going to stick to a strategy of taking really public sides, to be honest. But again, this time of the year, I think that is warranted. And the most public, the most ridiculous situation going on here is with the Orioles, who have been not just awful, they've lost 11 straight, but they give up 10 runs a game. It's just disgraceful what they're doing. They have the worst run differential in the league now, minus 201. That's just disturbing. They play the Rays today in Tampa. Tampa's lost a couple. They played 9 straight road games. They're coming home. This is one of those spots. I'm going to lay the 1.5. They are a massive favorite. Minus 1.5, minus 128. That is a great line. I see minus 145. I see minus 140. And it's just the simple fact that Baltimore is non-competitive. Are they going to lose the rest of the games for the year? No. But the Rays obviously are trying to hold down the East. And these are the type of games you just can't beat. They just swept the Orioles on the road. They're coming home. I think this is a pretty good get-right spot. I'm just going to take the obvious pick here, lay the 1.5, and think this once again does not even stay competitive.
Safe play there. Orioles are atrocious.
They are so bad.
Ship my money on that one. His Orioles are bad. They're going to be signing him up soon after that opening pitch he threw out last year or 2 years ago, whenever that was.
Yes.
All right, I'm going a different direction, but I am, as I mentioned, staying in the first 5 innings. This is a 2-strip of bacon bet. I don't get it, so I'm going a little bit heavier. That would be minus 115 on the Minnesota Twins against the Cleveland Indians. Cleveland Guardians, if you're trying to get out in front of it. I don't get this line at all. I have the Twins offense through my projections at a 109 weighted runs created plus. That's extremely good. 100 is average, 109, really solid. Cleveland, on the other hand, coming in at a crisp 96. So we're talking about 2 very different things offensively. Now, Griffin Jax is bad. I'm going to be perfectly honest there. He's not having a great 2021. He doesn't exactly pop in projections. He's got a 524 projected FIP in Steamer. That stinks. Cal Quantrill, not exactly lighting the world on fire, though. The gap between these guys isn't huge, and it's certainly not as big as the gap that we're seeing in the offense. Twins also at home, so they get the home field bump. This game is like a coin flip, and it doesn't make any sense to me, so I'm loading up on the Twins in the first 5 innings at minus 115.
2 strips of bacon for you. That's a rarity.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not messing around. When I looked at it, I was legitimately confused.
And I think it's pretty clear. You like that a lot more than just the Twins in the game sitting like minus 130.
I just don't trust bullpens. I have my data set up based on just starting pitchers. So it's really easy for me to look at a first 5 line quickly. With the rest of the line, I got to dig into who's available in bullpens. That's a lot of work.
Fair. I'm writing this down. Twins. I might tail you on that blindly because what the hell's Steamer?
Projection system on Fangraphs. I don't know if I should be plugging them on this video or not, but it's free, so
I don't know. All the acronyms I like his sword metric is gigantic. It's like what that okay. I'm gonna go. I've been sticking. Don't say anything to destroy our video here. On a Monday, I've done one side chalk raise. I'm going to the prop. That's how I've been doing this. I actually really like that. Get a good side, get a good prop. There's so many good props over on OddsShopper. You go to OddsShopper.awesemo.com, compare those lines, and that's where, just to give a quick shout out to yours, that minus 115 is a hanging line. I see minus 130. I see, a lot juicier. Yeah. Going to the Cubs and the Reds game, specifically with Wade Miley. And ironically, when I first saw this prop, I was actually looking to potentially go over, and all the data I started to see led me to actually reverse my pick. And I'm going Wade Miley under 5.5 Ks. It is very juicy, -158, but to me, this is a pretty safe line. This is probably anecdotal, but I did notice this. He's faced the Cubs 3 times this year, 2, 3, and 3 in terms of strikeouts. So it hasn't been good so far. The Cubs strike out a ton. They're atrocious. They're dead last against righties. They're slightly better. It's still not good, but they are slightly better against left-handed pitching. 5th worst, around 25% K rate, which is not good, but it is a little improvement. And Miley has just shown that he's not fanning a ton lately. He can walk a lot of guys. Pitch count can get up there, so that's not ideal. But in a game like this, I think there's a lot of wiggle room. And under 5.5 is a big number. 4.5s are out there. Obviously, the juice is different. But I look at this against a team that he hasn't shown the ability to mow down. And I guess if I had to pick a side, I would prefer that the pitcher is left-handed against the Cubs if I'm trying to minimize those Ks. All that checks out. I think this is one you can feel pretty comfortable, even though you are laying a lot of juice, to win 1 strip of bacon.
I got him projected for 3.9 strikeouts, so I'm sure you're okay with that number.
That'll work for me nicely. And that's where it was like, I wanted to kind of get aggressive and go under 4.5, but to me, the extra, getting that extra one, the juice is worth it. I think that's the safer and prudent move.
Yeah, I'd be happy to take that. Like I said, I got him at 3.9, significantly below that 5.5 mark. I'm sticking in the first 5 inning bets. We are going to the Oakland A's -110. Just 1 strip of bacon here. Similar offenses. I've got the A's at 109 weighted runs created plus. I've got the White Sox at 106. So slight lean towards the A's. This game is in Chicago, so let's just call that a wash. It's not a wash on the mound, however. Dallas Keuchel is having arguably the worst year of his career if you just throw out his rookie year. He doesn't miss bats. His strikeout rate essentially doesn't exist. He's giving boatloads of hard contact. His xFIP minus is 105. That is a terrible metric. Very much a below average pitcher at this point. Frankie Montas, on the other hand, dealing. Striking out 26% of batters, 86 xFIP minus. That is 14% better than average. He projects in Steamer, as I mentioned, Steamer on Fangraphs, 3.82 FIP. Super good. These guys aren't comparable. Dallas Keuchel is slowly but surely working his way out of the league. Frankie Montas not doing that. I don't get why this is a coin flip. I did want to go sort of to the 2 strip of bacon and go and double up on both sides, but at the same time, the White Sox offense actually is really good and they could pop off at any time and it's not going to take much to get there. If it was the same situation as Cleveland where they're actually bad, I would have been a little bit more interested. But for right now, 1 strip of bacon, Oakland A's, -110, first 5 innings. Got to get it.
I was going to ask you, you answered my question during the video. It seemed like you're making a pretty prudent case. I was going to ask how close you were to doubling up on a multi-strip of bacon bet, but you've answered that. So I have no problem with that. Do you look, I always like to ask you this because we don't talk about our picks beforehand. With something like that, were you close to maybe looking more towards a run line at all, or did you just see the value on the side itself?
I just looked at the side itself. The run line gets a little squirrely for me, especially in the first 5. Sometimes I do. When I did look at that one, I didn't feel like I was gaining enough by taking the run line for the A's in this spot, and -110, like taking it as basically the most normal bet you can find. That was fine. Good enough for me. I do look at it from time to time, but the White Sox offense just scares me a little bit.
2 up, 2 down.
Yeah, there we go. Another breakfast menu in the books. Once again, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, notification bell. Ben mentioned it before. Make sure you're going to OddsShopper, shopping around, looking at these lines. As he mentioned for my first bet, there are a lot worse lines out there I can't even remember who I bet on.
The Twins.
Yeah, the Twins. Well, I had the A's still bookmarked in my head.
It better be the Twins. I'm going to bet them in real life. So tomorrow, come back, people watching this video, to see either me. I guess I will heap praise on you if they win. If they don't, I'm going to be very, very salty on the video.
We'll be heaping all of the praise. I'm used to receiving praise. I do really well with that. Anyway, we're going to be here all week. We're giving you the best bets that we can find. It's going to be pretty baseball forward, but maybe we'll work in something else throughout
MMA.
the week. There we go, MMA. We do have a card coming up this Saturday. We'll talk a little fighting. It's not the best card in the world. Let's just say that. But maybe we'll find some bets. It's bad. It's real bad.
It can't be worse than I bet, I'm ashamed to say, Bellator/PFL on Friday, and that was not the best, but
It's worse than that card, I'm sure.
We're going to break it down.
We will. We will break it down. Maybe we'll see Matt Kajeski later on this week as well. Ben, anything else you want to touch on before we get out of here?
No, I mean, as you guys know, certainly we got you covered for baseball week, day in and day out. But fantasy football, sports betting, particularly on the NFL and college football side, videos are coming up daily, whether it's VODs or on the fantasy football channel here at Awesemo. Go subscribe to that as well and just stay tuned. Like I said, the seasons are rolling around. We're inside of 2 weeks for college football. So all that information, if you are getting ready, we have it here. Just make sure to subscribe and stay tuned.
There you go, everybody. Good luck tonight. Make sure you're tailing these bets. Make sure you're here tomorrow to heap praise on me for my Twins bet. We will see you again tomorrow morning for another edition of The Breakfast Menu.